What is the greatest inheritance a father can leave his children? It isn't money, or property, or a famous name. Often, it's something far more powerful, forged not in wealth, but in unwavering sacrifice. Hello and welcome. This is a story that proves that the most extraordinary futures can bloom from the most ordinary, and often the most difficult, beginnings. It's a tale not of kings and queens, but of a simple man whose love for his sons built a legacy that would change their world forever. In the quiet, rolling hills of the European countryside, in a small village named Oakhaven, lived a construction laborer named Arthur. His life was a testament of hard work, his hands calloused from lifting bricks and mixing mortar to provide for his two young sons, Lucas and Oliver. Their mother, Eleanor, had passed away from an illness years ago, leaving Arthur's world condensed into the two bright-eyed boys who were his reason for being. Their home was a small, modest cottage. The roof sometimes leaked when it rained, and the floor was bare stone covered with a worn-out rug. Meals were often simple bread, soup, and on rare, good days, a little meat. But Arthur never let despair cloud his heart. Each morning, he rose before the sun, prepared a simple breakfast for his boys, and set off to the construction sites. Each evening, he returned, weary but warm, gathering his sons to hear about their day. One rainy afternoon, when work was impossible, Arthur saw Lucas and Oliver hunched over some old notebooks, scribbling intently with stubs of pencils. "What are you doing, boys?" Arthur asked, his voice soft with curiosity. Lucas looked up, a little shy. "Papa, we know we can't go to school like the other children, but Mr. Clark's son, Benjamin, gave us his old books. We are just practicing." Arthur's heart swelled with a painful mix of pride and sorrow. His children had such a thirst for learning, yet he, their father, couldn't afford to quench it. That night, he made a silent vow, "I am just a laborer, but my sons will have a future. I must find a way." The next day, he mustered all his courage and went to see Mr. Harrison, the headmaster of the village school. Seeing Arthur's worn-out clothes but determined eyes, Mr. Harrison listened patiently. "Sir," Arthur began, his voice thick with emotion. "My sons, they have bright minds. They want to learn. But my wages, they are not enough for the fees. Is there any way they could study here?" Mr. Harrison knew Arthur to be an honest and hard-working man. He thought for a moment and said, "Arthur, the rules don't allow me to waive fees entirely. But I can make you an offer. If you can come and clean the school classrooms and halls every morning before the children arrive, I will enroll Lucas and Oliver, and their fees will be considered paid." A wave of relief and joy washed over Arthur. He could have hugged the headmaster. "Sir, you have my word. I will not fail you." "Thank you, thank you." That evening, he called his sons. "Lucas, Oliver. You will start school tomorrow." The boys' cheers filled the small cottage. "Really, Papa? We can really go?" "Yes, my boys. But remember, you must study with all your heart and soul. We have been given a precious chance. You must make it count." The new chapter began. Arthur would wake at 4, clean the school until it sparkled, rush home to get ready, and then head to his construction site. Lucas and Oliver, despite having tattered books and shared supplies, absorbed knowledge like sponges. Lucas discovered a gift for mathematics, solving complex problems with an intuitive ease. Oliver was fascinated by science, constantly questioning how things worked, from the flight of birds to the glow of the stars. Their dedication bore fruit. At a school science fair, Oliver built a small working fan from scrap wood, an old motor, and a battery, winning first prize. Lucas represented their humble village school in a national mathematics competition and secured second place in the entire region. The news made Arthur prouder than any king. His boys were becoming the stars he always knew they were. Years flowed like a river. Lucas and Oliver excelled in their high school examinations, topping the district. Their story was featured in a local newspaper, where it was read by a philanthropist, Mr. Alistair Reed. Moved by their journey, he offered to sponsor their higher education. Arthur's sacrifice had borne its richest fruit. Lucas went on to study engineering, and Oliver pursued medicine. They worked hard, earning scholarships to support themselves and ensure their father, now growing older, could finally rest his tired bones. Papa, they told him one day, you gave us your entire life. Now, it is our turn to take care of you. Lucas became a brilliant engineer, and Oliver a compassionate doctor who often treated the poor for free. True to their roots, the brothers pooled their resources and established a small learning center in their village, naming it the Arthur Learning Foundation in honor of their father. Arthur, the laborer, was now hailed as a village hero. He had not built structures of brick and mortar, but cathedrals of character and success in the hearts of his sons. At the inauguration of the foundation, the retired headmaster, Mr. Harrison, addressed the crowd. Look at Arthur. He was a poor laborer. He had no wealth, but he possessed a wealth of determination. He didn't just feed his sons bread, he nourished their dreams, sacrificing his own comfort. The success of Lucas and Oliver is, in truth, Arthur's own masterpiece. And so, the story of Arthur, Lucas, and Oliver reminds us that the most powerful forces on earth are not money or power, but love, sacrifice, and an unyielding belief in a better tomorrow. No matter your starting point, your determination is the seed from which a forest of dreams can grow. Nurture it, work for it, and never, ever give up. Thank you for listening.